Yeah, we live, G. You know what I'm telling you? I'm trying. I had a white shirt on. I'm glad I put on a little. You know what I'm telling you?
Yeah, yeah, nah,
Look,
for sure, for sure. I
what's
can
the
dig it. I
deal,
can dig
though?
it.
What's going
Man, ain't
on?
too much of nothing, bro. Ain't too
You
much of nothing. Enjoying this Sunday,
overstood, overstood.
couple edits on the. I had to step away from the editing table to, what I'm saying, join my boy on this hip pod on this interview.
Man, I appreciate you
So
too,
after this
man,
here, I'm
because I
finna get
know
back
you.
upstairs, man, and gone finish editing. I got a video that I'm working on right now with a cat named Diamond P featuring Lil Kiki. So I'm working on that edit right now. Finna get that cranked out for them boys right there.
Overstood, overstood, bro. Go on, introduce yourself and let the people know who you is, bro.
Man, if you from the north, you know me by my real name, Andreas Young. You know what I'm saying? Dre Young to the industry, grade A Dre. Uh, Straight out of Acres Home, man. Film producer, self-made. You know, music videos, movies, podcasts. You know, it's really going on.
Overstood, overstood, bro. You say the north side, bro. What about from the north side you from, G?
Man, I was raised like I'm from Acres Home, so the first part of my life, probably up until fifth, sixth grade, I stayed on DeSoto. From DeSoto, I moved to Heather Glen, but I got roots all the way from Tidwell to Lincoln City. Raised right next door to Burns Barbecue. Great grandmother Dusty, as y'all know from Acres Home. Pee Wee Snack Shack, that's my uncle. That's my grandma
Hmm.
brother. My granny stayed in Willow Run. She was also the secretary for Sylvester Turner. So I'm Acres Home born and raised, man, all the way through and through.
Overstood, overstood, bro. How was it growing up in Acres Home, G?
Man, it was cool. It was cool. I ain't really. I think as an adult, as I got kids myself, so I ain't really see no struggle or hardship too much in my lifetime. Man, it was cool. Like I grew up cool. My mom and my dad was together. Shit, till 22 of my 36 years of living. You know what I'm saying? Two family household. Um, Man, it was cool. Like I got to travel a lot as a kid because my grandma was in the church. She had a organization in the church called the Elegant Elders. So me and my cousin, we would volunteer with them and travel. Um, my daddy was an entrepreneur, had Punch Time Wheel. So I got to see some of that. I worked with my Uncle Pee Wee growing up. Shit, life was cool. Decisions make differences, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, my upbringing was I don't remember no hard time other than me being shot and shit when I was younger. But it ain't had nothing to do with my upbringing, just what I was around as an adolescent, what my daddy was had going on. So shit, outside of that, I ain't really had no complaints growing up, bro.
Yeah, man, I was talking to my old man earlier before this interview, and I was letting him know that I was doing an interview with you. And he
Hmm.
was like, man, he said the one that got shot. I say, nah, nah, not him. You know what I'm telling? Because I ain't never
Yeah,
know you got shot, bro.
yeah, bro. It was shit, my all summer going into the ninth grade. So I missed the I missed the first week of ninth grade center, Eisenhower ninth grade center, because I was rehabilitating. But it happened actually on my birthday, August 11th. Um, I guess this would have to be shit early. I say 2003. Yeah, by
Okay, okay.
2003 to 2003, 2002, something like that. I know it was the summer going into the ninth grade, but the crazy thing about it, like, man, it ain't really stopped nothing. I missed that first week of school because it happened 2 weeks before school started. So I was in the hospital for a week. I was home for a week, and then shit, I was back on the blacktop by the grace of God. I had to take it slow as far as moving around and things that I was doing, but outside of that. if you didn't know within that 2 week time frame, like
Mhm.
as far as people that we went to school with ain't know, you know what I'm saying? But like
Okay.
the older people like your pops and people that my dad grew up with, like people that stand on them certain principle because what they go for, women and children don't go. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
overstood.
I was a casualty of war that wasn't supposed to happen. I
Mhm.
wasn't supposed to get shot at 15 years old. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it was such a big thing amongst the older generation because what they stand by and what they live on.
Overstood. Overstood.
Mhm.
Overstood, bro. Understood. What I was about to say, hey, what schools and stuff you went to, bro, in Acres Home, bro?
Man, I went to Inwood. Then from Inwood, I went to Hoffman, Caraway, Stovall, uh, Ike Nine, and graduated from Big Ike. So I did the Acres Home North Side District, like from
Yeah.
elementary, like I said, all the way from Inwood. Then I think next door was Stovall. Then from Stovall, we did the Caraway,
Mm-hmm.
and then Hoffman,
Yep.
and then Ike Nine, and then Big Ike. So yeah, I did that whole little Acres Home circuit as far as my schooling. hmm
Overstood. Overstood. After you graduated, bro, what you had got into after you graduated?
Man, after I graduated, bro, I ended up working at the hospital. My grandma, she worked at Memorial Hermann Hospital. So I was working there for a little while, and then, you know, I ended up getting a job like at Jiffy Lube. Then I went to Barber College, and then shit. After that, I was like, man, I can't really do this shit. I got fired from Jiffy Lube, and then I was like, man, I can't fuck with this corporate structure. So, nigga turned to the streets, did what I did. I wasn't harming nobody, but hustling and just figuring it out, man, any kind of way I could until I bumped up into this camera thing. But outside of that, man, just I'm 36. I ain't worked in 15 years on paper. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't never been in no major trouble. I ain't never caught no major cases, nothing like that. I ain't never been to prison. So, you know what I'm saying? Just all around hustling, trying to figure it out by the things that I was exposed to growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like my old man, certified hustler, not even
Big
on no
hustle.
illegal shit, but just getting some money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Me and you was raised around niggas that actually know how to go out here and get some money. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
had
saying?
real
So
businesses.
yeah, real
Real
business.
business.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty much what I was on, man. Just sticking to the business and trying to figure it out.
Okay, understood. Hey, I'm trying to see, did you go to the army, bro?
Nah, hell nah. Hell nah.
Okay. Okay,
Uh-uh.
okay.
Uh-uh.
Overstood, overstood.
See, I had left. See, I had ended up leaving. Um, and I had moved to Galveston. I was staying in like when I had my second daughter, I was staying in Galveston, and then I had left. I stayed in Miami for like 2 years, and then I went and stayed in Vegas for like 2 years. So for like 5, 6 years, I was gone. You know what I'm saying? Like just moving around different cities, different states, figuring this shit out. So when I came back, niggas was like, "Damn, where you been at?" Woo woo woo. And I'm like, "Shit, I've been out of town." So the question really spot on because I had left for like 5 years.
Overstood, overstood. So like what made you get into these films, bro?
Man, honestly, bro, so being around artists and entertainers and all that shit, and I was just like, damn, we doing all this, but after it's over, ain't nobody gonna be able to see it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a one night thing, and then I had ended up hiring a cameraman to come to a homie of mine birthday party, and I seen how he put it down on the video, and I was like, damn, I can really do this because I had street shit going on, so I was always afraid to be in front of the camera. But
Okay.
I was always around everybody that was doing whatever it is that they got going on and that they do. So I just always pictured it like, man, I want to be able to tell the story how I want to tell it by what we doing. You know what I'm saying? So that caused me to. I started on my damn iPhone. I think I had like an iPhone 10 or something like that when I really just got into it. And a friend of mine named Easy Money, he from Makers Home too, from out of North Plaza.
Yeah,
I
facts,
I
facts.
I had bumped into him, and he was like, man, come on the road with me. You know, he was messing with Catboy Entertainment, and we ended up going on doing shows with like Mo3 and shit. And I was doing all this on my iPhone. So man, at the time I ain't had too much going on, so I did a lot of research and learned how to edit the videos and do all this, that, and the third. And then I ended up going on the whole tour with Mo3 on the 9/11 tour. I did both 9/11 tours with Mo3. And man, from that, just bumping into people, using my weed and gift and weeding through, bro, and just figuring it out. And then it was like 20. Whenever we got them first stimulus checks, I had used my stimulus check, but I had bought me like a pound of weed or some shit like that, and I flipped it.
Yeah.
I flipped it, bro, and bought me a camera. I flipped it, bought the camera that I wanted, you know what I'm saying? And then shit, we been flipping ever since. And shit, I was going around, by this time I had my real camera, and I was going around like just linking up with people and going with my rapper homies and shit into their video shoots and checking out how they was doing it. And then I just feel I was like, damn, like the video lane is kind of crowded. You know what I'm saying? It's too crowded for me because what I wanted to do was so much bigger. And at the time, it wasn't that much rap money circulating. So I was like, man, I finna just flip my way on up into some movie shit. And then on one video set, I had met this lady named Portia. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Portia Zarai. I had met her
Already.
on the video set, and then she was like, man, I'm trying to do a movie. And over the time when me going on these different sets, I always hear people saying they want to work, they want to do this, that, and the third. So I just kind of brushed it off. And then she ended up calling me like, hey, I was serious, you know what I'm saying, about doing a movie. So I'm like, all right, well, give me a little time to put some things together. So um man, I went and did some research and found out some cameras. And you know what I'm saying, at this time I was already kind of making some decent money, because we end up opening up a film studio before I even got real into it. Shout out my cousin R. Lee. We ended up opening up a film studio. Um, so by the people that was coming to shooting the videos, I'm asking questions, I'm learning. And then I had just dropped my nuts, man, and went and bought me a camera. Actually, I'm lying, I take that back. I ended up buying me some microphones, headphones, some lighting. My OG homeboy Harvey Love, he actually bought my camera, my first film camera.
Shout
Cause
out to Harvey, man.
yeah, OG Harvey Love out of Acres Home. If you
Hmm.
know him, you know him. He ended up buying me my first Black Magic camera. Cause he had an artist he was working with named Trigger Trey and uh Zay Imperial from Jackson, Mississippi. So I had figured out, I was like, man, you know what, if I can just get this camera, I can do what I gotta do. So I told OG Harvey, I said, man, buy me the camera and I'm gonna shoot all y'all videos for free. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I know if I got this camera, I can do y'all videos. I know y'all ain't gonna do nothing probably about 2, 3 videos a month. You know what I'm saying? So the other days I can figure out what I need to do with my camera that I already have. So like I said, back to Portia, she wanted to do the movie, man, and we got together and we did it. I think we probably spent like 4 grand to make the movie, and then we end up distributing it through a company called Glass Slippers. And then we end up making, bro, like 6 figures off the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like off a $4,000 investment. You know, it was cool. So I was like, well, shit, this is what I'm gonna do. Cause you know, most of the time, man, street guys and guys that come from the background that we come from, it's rarely seldom that we turn to film. It's most likely rapping, You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or trying to be a manager. I was like, nah, I'm gonna do my shit a little different. Cause like I said, I was around all the rappers and it was too crowded. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I was always attracted to the likes of the Dame Dashes, the Master P, you know what I'm saying, and guys like that that actually was still able to be themselves but still present art in another way. So
Right.
yeah, that's why I wanted to rock this way with the films and shit.
Okay, bro. What's some of the artists that you done work with, bro? Doing your music videos and stuff.
Man, on the music video side, I didn't work with the Mo threes, I didn't work with Fast Lanes, I didn't work with female artists like Kayla G,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um, shit, who else? Lil Kiki recently, Propane, um, Rizzo, um, these like all the artists that people would know. What I'm trying to think. I didn't work with like Caribbean artists, um, like doing Afro beats. Who else? Like I said, the Mo threes, Cash from Acres Home, Freaky, OTH, man, it's crazy because I probably didn't work with some of everybody, bro, but I just like, and that don't even include just shooting the video. Like I didn't produce a lot of videos too, as far as
Mm-hmm.
putting it together for them and for you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So man, it's yeah, them just to name a few. Cause really, bro, it's crazy because I don't even keep track of it no more. Like I don't even
I hear you.
like man, I work with such and such and like, cause we were, I was already who I was before all this here. So it's like the entertainment side of it. I don't even really get caught up in it to say, cause like for example, like Bubba Dub, his first season, the Bubba Dub Park, his first season all the way up into the third season. I produced it, recorded it, audio engineered it, you know what I'm saying, visually directed it. And it's like even to see him now like on tour with Mike Gibbs, it still don't register to me that like we started together. You know what I'm saying? So I just I'm so in tune to it, I don't even think about it no more, bro. Like the people that I work with. Like I'm actually editing the video with Lil Kiki and the artist named Diamond P right now upstairs. Like doing that. I'm getting calls to do videos with Slim and Propane now, like so
Mm-hmm.
it's all over the place right now, bro.
Already, what's up for Show TV? What's up, Miss Markenberg? Appreciate y'all coming in. Hey, look, G, I remember, bro, when I used to pull up to the what that was, the film studio or something,
Yeah,
bro,
that was
with
the
the
first one.
different.
Yeah,
Okay, what made you come up with that idea, bro?
man, honestly, bro, just like researching different stuff, like researching how the studios looked in like LA and Atlanta, and just seeing like, all right, they got everything in one place. Cause I used to think like, all right, when I used to watch a movie, I used to think that they going to all these different locations, like,
Yeah.
and it's like, nah, this shit you can really use four corners and make four different scenes out of four corners. You know what I'm saying? So when we did the first one, that was my idea. Like, all right, we can offer 10 different things at one time. We can service 10 different ideas at one time. We can, just try to maximize the use of every piece of this building. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we came up with that. And it worked like it worked, because you can come to this one place and you can do 10 different videos. You know what I'm saying? You can have 10 different scenes in this one video. So that's why we took that route to do it that way. And it was cool, you know what I'm saying? Like it did what it needed to do. My first movie, Access Denied, uh like the living room scene, like some of the living room scenes was done up in that studio. And then the guy was like working at the office that was done at that studio. The bedroom scene was done at that studio. And the after work in the parking lot, of the office building was done at that studio. So that was all just trying to maximize and save at the same time. So yeah.
Understood, understood. So you say you had two of them, huh?
Yeah, so after me and my cousin ended up parting ways, and I ended up going to go get my own building, um, PBG the agency. I just wanted to do something different with my system, and he wanted to do something what he had going on too. So I would just went and got my own place and ran it how I feel like it needed to be ran for the art because Cuz was a businessman, you know what I'm saying? Like he wanted to do business and I wanted to create, you know. So I
Okay.
feel like it was time for me to go just do a creative space because I didn't want to interfere with the business that he had going on. So I did the second I did the second one PBG the agency and we it was just a a service hub for creators. So, you know, we had the podcast rooms, we had the editing suites, we had a self-taping area so where you can come in and do your audition tapes. I had a big garage in the back with the cyclorama wall and different little installations for creatives. I had my storefront in there for the Sorry I Was Filming clothing brand,
Okay.
and we had a you know, just different little installments to make creativity grow and flourish.
Okay, bro. If people needed your service, bro, because you know there's people watching right now, how would they be able to get in contact with you, bro?
Man, you can email me. They can email me at getpbg at gmail. My Instagram is grade A Dre. My business profile is PBG the agency. So if you type up anything PBG powered by game on any kind of social platform, that's us powered by game.
All right, all right. Understood, understood, bro. What made you come up with the clothing brand, bro? Go on, let the people know about your clothing brand.
Man, so I got a line of sorry I was filming and it actually came about because I had seen a clothing brand sorry I was trapping. You know what I'm saying? So it's a spinoff from the sorry I was trapping, but it also came from me missing so many things over the time that I was trying to build this whole empire, this whole film thing. So I missed a lot of things. I missed funerals, I missed birthdays, you know what I'm saying? I missed a lot of things. And that was the reason why, like, sorry I was filming, you know what I'm saying? So that's where it came from. So we make cool sport like apparel for creators. So we make t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, hats, you know what I'm saying? We stepping over into the undergarments as far as like underwear, bathing suits, boxers, socks, shit like that. Cause it's a lot of people that dedicate they life and they time to, you know what I'm saying, creating. That's like right now, I'm pretty sure it's things that you could be doing right now. You know, sorry I was filming my show. You know what I'm saying? Sorry
Yeah.
I was filming my podcast. Sorry I was filming my movie. Sorry I was filming my content. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you got going on as far as creative wise, it's just to let people know you ain't bullshitting. Sorry I was filming.
Understood, understood, understood.
Mm.
All right. All right, bro. Tell us about, you know what I'm saying, some of the movies that you produce, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I
Some of
done
the
done
movies you filmed.
man, I've filmed since 2022 into now over 25 features. So some of the ones that's out right now on Tubi, you got a film called Bars, you got my first film that I ever done Access Denied. I got another film on there, Devil's Kiss, um, Double Kill, uh, Rain for Christmas, Bruised. Um, Shit, I got the list right here. Let me pull it up. It's a few on there. Man, let me pull it, John. So, I get asked the question all the time, but I like I said, it's so many.
Okay.
that I just I
And
don't
you
really
got
remember,
three
bro. Cause
years into this, huh?
yeah, 3 years. I really started taking it serious like 2022. I really
Hmm.
dumped all my assets and my change into, you know what I'm saying, the likings of the film industry. So yeah, 2022 is when we really just started going up. Oh yeah, so here they go. The ones that's out right now is Access Denied, The Ring Widow, 3,000 Letters, Dirty 30, Rain for Christmas, Everybody Hates Christmas, Double Kill, 10 Reasons Why Men Cheat, Bars, Perk 30, Guns Down, Devil Kish, The Break of Dawn, them all that's on the list since April 3rd, but I think like two more than came out, but I don't remember the name of them.
Overstood, overstood. So what you working on right now, bro?
Oh man, right now we actually gearing up, bro, to do another feature. I just came off a movie that I just did like 2 weeks ago called Rhythm and Revenge. It's about a adolescent serial killer that's killing like all her parent, her family and friends, and she uses ballet to cope through her killings. So we just did that. Working on a podcast. I got my podcast show, the Unplugged Podcast. We
Hmm.
doing still pushing the claw in the brand. As far as the films, we got a couple projects in the works right now. Um, I'm gonna actually do my dad's story. From like my POV. It's gonna be called Pun. So we working on that right now. Man. And other than that, just whatever come our way, Bubba Dub, we on tour right now with Mike Epps. So we pushing that content, the Bubba Dub show. And shit, yeah. A couple bookings coming up as far as like recap video. Cause like the movies is my thing, but outside of the films, we still gotta hustle. So we still doing birthday parties, we still doing graduation photo shoots, we still doing interviews, we still doing photo shoots. So, you know, still doing D-ball 3 days a week. That's like I like to call it like my resident place because I do they content 3 days a week over there. So yeah, that's
Already,
what we got
already,
going.
already. Okay, like on the business side of these films, bro. You know what I'm saying? If it was some people listening and stuff, bro, could you give them some game on it?
Man, so when it comes down to the films, I think that, for me, ownership is important. So I always try to retain majority of your fine your points on your movies. I think that everybody's situation is different. I was fortunate enough to fund my own movie and then license it out for like 2 years. So that's my suggestion to anybody. Like don't let these people give you no money to own your creativity. You know what I'm saying? Like try to own as much of it as you can and just use them for distribution. Get with your friends. If this is something that you want to do, if this is something that you're serious about, get with your friends. And the way the space is now, it's so much room for independence. You know what I'm saying, with the different avenues, because the companies, Amazon Primes and the Tubies and the YouTube, they need creators. So we always
Okay.
should try to stay in the forefront of ownership. So man, just put your money together, save your money, do your project, use what you got. Don't sit around and say, "Oh, I need this to get it done," or "I need that to get it done." Man, they doing shit on iPhones. You know what I'm saying? So my advice to anybody is to just go for it. Don't wait on nothing. Just put your best foot forward, man, and try it. And this is a game where you have to learn and you have to grow into your standard and your style. So keep shooting, keep writing, keep trying to do it. On the business side, man, just try to own as much of your intellectual property as you can. Don't sell out for no small piece of change, because Man, the content, the media and the streaming, like this shit ain't going nowhere. Just look at like all the independent artists, even on the music side, that's still able to eat and benefit off of they master. So just because you don't see your worth today, that don't mean it ain't worth nothing tomorrow. You know.
Overstood, overstood, bro. I got like two or three more questions for you, bro. But I just want to make
Yeah,
sure
yeah, we
we
good.
ain't
Let's get
leaving
going.
out nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Make sure we ain't leaving out nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Is it anything else that you know what I'm saying, you want to say like that we probably forgot about, or you want to let the people know or something, bro?
Man, nah, I think we on. I think we going in the right direction with it. I think we're going in the right
Okay,
direction with it. This is my
okay.
first interview for sure.
Yeah, man. I've been doing this for
First
3 weeks now, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah, that's
saying?
what's up. That's what's up. I gotta get it, man, and put it on my platform and let people know what you know what I'm saying, where they can check you out, you know. And anybody that need that want to get exposure on my end, you know, I need to send them your way.
Overstood, overstood, overstood. Appreciate you too, bro. Yeah,
For sure.
man, if you can give, you know what I'm saying, some young niggas some game on the little music blast, bro, what would you tell them?
Man, on the music side of things, I would tell them to do it. Get up every day and do it. Just like you would get up at every day and do something else. You know, put your time into whatever you see taking care of you for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? And the streets ain't gonna take care of you for the rest of your life. It's only gonna end two ways, three ways. You can be dead in jail or broke. You know what I'm saying? So invest your time and energy into productive things and positive things that, you know, the system can't take away from us. You know what I'm saying? Invest in your art, you know, just as much as your image, just as much as your information. You know what I'm saying? Just invest in yourself, image, art, image, information. You know, that's what I tell everybody to do.
Overstood, overstood. Okay, with this, with the music, you know what I'm saying, and you know, with the music videos and with the films and producing and stuff, is it any people out there that you want to work with, bro? That you willing to work with?
Um, on the music side, I would like to do actual music video for like Currency, um, and Larry June, and one of my two Currency, Larry June, and probably Two Chains.
Okay.
Them like the top three artists I want to work with. Yeah, cause I think like in Houston, like I pretty much didn't work with everybody I want to work with out here.
Nah, overstood, overstood. What about on the films, bro?
On the film side, oh man, I'm liking what the Michael B. Jordan doing. You know what I'm saying? The Ryan Coogler. I'm liking what they doing right now. The Denzel. You know, and I want to work with the chick Issa Rae. I would want to work with her. You know what I'm saying?
Overstood, 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 bro. All
Mhm.
right, man. These some questions that I normally ask. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get off topic though, but you know what I'm saying? It's really, you know what I'm saying, just so people can hear different opinions. You know what I'm saying, about the black community, bro. But
Maybe for sure.
I what do you think that we can do in the black community to stop a lot of the killing that's going on, bro?
Man, I think we should just stop it. I think the only way we can stop it is just to stop it. Like just understanding like we taking down our own popularity level, you know what I'm saying? Population level, my bad. We taking our own self out. I think that we should focus on other things. It's a million things, man. The world is so much bigger than your backyard. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So I think grown men, I think if if grown men stop getting pussy for doing the dumb ones, you know what I'm saying? I think that'll stop a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think um if if niggas just understand like you got so much life to live, like it's man, life is life is precious on all ends. So I think if niggas just understand that, like living to 60 is cool, living to 80 is cool, living to 100 is
Right.
cool. You know what I'm saying? It's so much to do, and whatever you going through right now, it ain't got to be like that tomorrow if you don't want it to be. You know what I'm saying?
Understood, bro. Hey, if it's anybody that's in the chats, or if you want to come up here real quick to ask them a question, bro, y'all can do that because I really just got one more question and the interview gonna be over with.
Well,
Nah, but if somebody come up, if not though, bro, this the last question that I really asked after the interview, bro. If life had a reset button on it, bro, would you push it?
if my life it had a reset button when I push it,
Yeah,
nah,
yeah.
nah, nah. Man, cause I ain't gonna lie, cause this the whole thing. Like this, I'm gonna tell you why I wouldn't press it because the saying "what don't kill you make you stronger," that shit is
Mhm,
real. You feel me? I got shot with a 12 gauge shotgun at 15 years old. You got niggas these days dying from leg shots. You feel me? Um,
mhm,
shit, I love my life. I love my life because that was a moment in my life that made me understand that all this shit could be gone like that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I've been pretty much able to. I'm 36. I've been pretty much been able to navigate through all situations in my life. You know what I'm saying? Good or bad, and shit, I'm cool, bro. Like I'm chilling. I'm doing what I want to do every day. You know what I'm saying? Able to take care of my family outside of just my kids. You know what I'm saying? If my mama called me for anything, I'm able to do it. If my sisters call me for anything, I'm able to do it. My brother, you know what I'm saying, baby mamas, whoever, I'm able now. You know what I'm saying? And if I was to go, shit, I got a hellified legacy, a portfolio for my kids. So I wouldn't change nothing because it might not happen like this again.
Understood. Man, I did miss two
So,
questions though, bro. You know what I'm saying?
we
I'm
good.
not
We got
looking at
time.
the paperwork. Yeah, okay. Hey, do you how should I word this though? It's really about mental health, bro. Why don't you think in the black community that we don't take mental health serious, bro?
Man, so look, check this out.
Mhm,
I'm an advocate for mental health. Like over the pandemic, when we didn't have nothing to do, I had took therapy classes. Like I took therapy sessions. And it was based on my own traumas and trying to understand because I was stuck at a place for I was stuck I was stuck in one box, bro, for like 2 years. And I couldn't seem to get over this shit. Like I was mad all the time. I was upset. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to figure out like, man, why I can't get to the next level. Like I'm doing
mhm.
everything I'm doing everything I can. I'm investing, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing everything I can. And it took that therapy class to let me know how to hold myself accountable for things that I was doing and I wasn't doing. You know what I'm saying? So mental health is important because us as a culture, us as a community, we're raised off of survival. You know what I'm saying? We ain't raised off of existing. We raised off of what we need to do to survive, and that stress been passed on through generations. So I think that mental health is important just because it's a such thing as being in your own way. You know what I'm saying? So removing that trauma, removing those stigmatisms that's in your head that you don't even know about is just in you. You know what I'm saying? Based on what you seen growing up, based on everything that you've been through in your life. So mental health is important because it could be your blockage from poverty to success, from loneliness to happiness, from sad to joyful. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mhm.
the mental health is the blockage. So to remove that blockage, man, like I got homies in the streets. I tell them all the time, like, bro, go get you some therapy, my nigga. Like,
Nah, facts. Yeah,
you
yeah, ain't
know,
nothing
go
wrong with it.
Go talk to
Yeah.
somebody. Like it ain't that man. I did therapy, bro, for like I said, for 2 years. Like and after them 2 years, nigga, I took off. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like that 2019 to 2020, I did it. You know what I'm saying? Or if it was 2020 to 2022, I don't remember, but I know I did therapy for like 2 years. And I was able to look at all these examples that was blocking my attraction, you know what I'm saying, to the things that I wanted just because, you know, a certain narrative from growing up, a certain narrative from just trying to survive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when we stop living to survive and actually live to live, you take off. You know what
Yes,
I'm saying?
sir. Yes,
So,
sir.
you know, it's very important, man. If y'all out there listening, man, if y'all trying to get to the next level, go get you some therapy. It's simple. If you got insurance, your insurance will pay for it. If you don't got insurance, get on a payment plan. You know what I'm saying? But I advise our culture because we have generations of trauma passed down through bloodline. You know what I'm saying? That just in
Hmm.
you. So, you know, from slavery to racism, like we carry that shit on us. So, you know what I'm saying? To break them chains, you need some type of mental evaluation.
Overstood, overstood. This the last question, bro. This shit just popped up in my head. You know what I'm saying? But all right, bro. For the people that's listening, bro, can you tell them how important it is? Um, yeah, how important it is to damn, how do I want to say this about ownership? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Ownership, man, it's important because that's something like like I said, we always been passed down bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So we at the point now where we can own things and we can do things and have shit, and being able to pass it down is important because that trauma that trauma don't need to be passed down to the kids. It don't need to be passed down to the great grandkids. You know what I'm saying? So when you got a legacy and you building ownership and you building generational wealth, it
Right.
just gives your legacy a breath of fresh air. So that's why ownership is important, because legacy is important, and passing down good things are very important, like instead of bad things. And with ownership you can do that. With ownership you can unlock financial freedom. With ownership you can unlock freedom, period. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Just by having an asset that can be used to manipulate any kind of system or any kind of program. So
Overstood, 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 bro. All right, man. Let the people know one more time, bro, where they can find you at and how they can get in contact with you, bro.
man, I'm on social media, Instagram, Grade A Dre, PBG the agency. That's the company page. So yeah, man, any of them two things, Grade A Dre, PBG the agency, uh my podcast, the Unplugged podcast, you know, that's how we coming, man, 2020 and beyond.
Overstood, overstood. Before we go, bro, let the people know, man, about the royalties, man.
Oh yeah, 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 man. Them royalties important. That's a part of ownership, man. You know, like shit, my kids gonna be able to eat off these movies. You know, like growing up, check out it like this. Growing up, we watched Martin and Jamie Foxx and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Here it is, 20 some years later. Jamie Foxx and Martin are streaming on the largest platform, Netflix, Tubi, Amazon. You know what I'm saying? So they kids gonna be able to eat off this for the next time to come. Martin and Jamie Foxx, they already made their money off this show. So now they own it. They could put it on different platforms and let generations to come eat off of it. So man, them royalties is very, very important. Me, I don't really do anything now without getting some type of royalties, because I want to make sure that my kids got something. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how much money I spend or save, the royalties and owning your shit is really just money in the bank and leverage to financial freedom.
Overstood, bro. Hey, anytime you got something new coming out, or anytime you want to promote anything, bro, you more than welcome to come to the platform and promote it, G. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. You know, look, we go back. You know what I'm saying?
Like a
So
motherfucker.
to see you doing your thing and me being in a position to able to have somebody I can say, hey, I want to talk about this. I'm gonna come on your show, and even for you to say, "Hey, my listeners need to hear about this. Can you come do an interview with me?" So to know where we come from and what we how we get on, man, it's a
Hmm.
blessing. And this is this is one of them key things that we talk about: ownership and royalties, and you know what I'm saying, having be able to pass this down to your son. You know, shit like that. So yeah, for sure, for sure. You know, it's all love, bro.
Already, same here, G. Man, appreciate you coming up, pulling up, G.
Man, for sure, man. You need anything, man, just get with me. You know, you got my number. You got anything you need to get in contact with me.
That's a bet. That's a bet. Overstood, G. Vice versa,
Man,
bro.
I appreciate you, bro. Let me know. Send me the thing so I can send me the link in it, you know.
That's a bet. That's a bet. I
So we can
got
do
you.
what we gotta do. Just get with me, man. I appreciate it, man. Y'all keep tuning into my boy Travis, man. He hottest platform coming up out the streets for the streets with the streets. You know what I'm saying? We taking this shit to a new level, man. Grade A Dre, PBG Films, man. Powered by Game. They thought it was a game. It ain't one. You know what I'm saying? We really getting to it out here. Get with me, Trav.
That's a bet. That's a bet, G.
Bet, bet.
Already. Yeah, man. Appreciate the homie Dre for coming up. Appreciate you, Miss Markenberg. Appreciate you for Show TV, man. Appreciate everybody coming through, man. Hey, make sure y'all tap in at 2:30, man, for Show TV, man. Make sure y'all don't miss, you know what I'm saying, what the homie got to present, man. But with that being said, man, let Travis make us home, man. I'm up out of here, man.